Hello guys, every good name is taken here and welcome to the second try of recording this video. Today I have something different, as you can already see in the background. I asked you guys in my Panzer II video if I should be calling the German tanks with their German pronunciation. And I had a lot of positive feedback, so you wanted it, basically. And so I thought, why don't you just do a video where you name the tanks that are over here, so the entire tech tree, every tank that is shown, and those up here, and tell the English pronunciation and then go over the German. And that's basically all we are going to do today. We're going to start with the premiums. So I'm always going to click on the tank so that you can actually see the short name and the full name, and so that you actually know where I am. And let's start off with the Panzafahra. In German it's called Panzerkampfwagen 5-4. So that KPFW means Kampfpanzer. Wait, Kampfpanzerwagen, even though that's quite weird with that W, but I'm just gonna call them Panzerwagen throughout this video. Then we got the T25 in German T25, and what you might notice here is the T is the same, and in English you say T25, so the 2 and then the 5. But in German you actually, with two-digit numbers, say the second one and then the first. In this case, T25. T25. That's how you do it in German. The next one on this list is the Dicker Max, in German meaning Dicker Max. Pretty similar. Then we got the Panther M10, which is just a Panther M10, the Löwe, which is quite controversial for his writing or typing because of that umlaut. I don't know if that's the word for it in English, but that's the German word. It's just called Löwe, basically pretty similar, but whatever. And then we got the Tiger 8.8, as English speakers call it. I won't call that name because it just looks stupid to me to say in German. And it's the Jagdtiger 8,8 centimeter. The centimeter being the caliber of the gun, or you want to use the 105, whatever. And yeah. So since we are done with these, let's get on with the tech tree tanks, and we are going to go by tier. So not one line, but every single tier on their own. And let's start with this little one, the Panzer II, as I already called it, or the Panzerkampfwagen 2. Well, I just called it Panzerkampfwagen now anyway, whatever. Let's move to tier 2. We have the Panzerkampfwagen 35T, or in English, Panzer 35T. Nearly said 38 there. Next one in the tech tree is the Panzer III, or the Panzerkampfwagen 3. Just adding a number to the Panzer II, basically. Then we got one of the tier 4s, being the Hetzer, in German also Hetzer. Then we got the Panzer 4D, or in German Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung D. And now you might be curious what that Ausführung means, or that Ausf, if you just want to call the show-up name, which is stupid. It just means like type A, type B kind of stuff, but just with letters and this part over here. Because it has the chassis of a Panzer IV, but just some different equipment, so to say. In tier 5 we got the Stück 3G, which is just the Stück 3 Ausführung G. Another Aus there. Then we got the Panzer 4G, which is Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung G. And to the light tank we have the Leopard, or the long name, as I will try to do in the German ones, so you get the full expression. VK 1602 Leopard. On to tier 6 we got the Nashorn, in German just called Nashorn. So the middle part is a bit changed. Then we get the Jagdpanzer, in German Jagdpanzafahra, pretty similar as well. Then the VK3001P, the P meaning Porsche, if some of you didn't know. That's also in later tanks as well. It's the VK3001P in this regard. To the next VK variant we got the VK3601H or VK3601H. Then we get to the next VK. German has a lot of these. VK3001D. In German it is VK3001D. And the light tank is the VK2801, yes. And the German being the VK, not the VK, sorry, the VK2801. You might hear me a bit more often messing it up. I don't tend to switch that much between German and English, so please bear with me. We are halfway through. And let's get to tier 7. We have the Sture Emil, and German, also quite similar in this case, the Sture Emil. Then we get to the second TD being the J-Panther, or Jagdpanther, Jagdpanther in German. Then we get to the Tiger P or Tiger P, also the Porsche here. Then we get to the Tiger 1 or Tiger 1 in German. Then the Panther or Panther 1. Then a tank I actually don't have ever played, the VK3002D or the VK3002D. The D or the letters again meaning the variant of the tank, so to say. Then we get to the Borsig, as it's mostly known, and the full long name in German is Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. And good luck saying that if you're not a German speaker, but if you can, heads up to you. Then we get to the J-Panther 2, just Jagdpanther 2, so just like this predecessor, but just with a 2, so for 2. But as I've noticed, the German number for 2 is quite hard to say for English speakers, so maybe you want to try it out. It's definitely a hard challenge. And then let's get to the next one being the Ferdinand, which is similar to German Ferdinand. Then to the VK4502A, also a Porsche. In German just means VK4502P Ausführung A. To the second German heavy, we got the VK101P, which is gonna be nerfed soon. And in German that just means VK101P. Also being a Porsche, I'm thinking, because of that Porsche engine. Then to the King Tiger or Tiger 2, which is in German Tiger 2. To the mediums we got the Panther 2 or the Panther 2. Then the Indian Panzer, in German also being Indian Panzer, Panzer, sorry. And then, oh shit, I just noticed I forgot the SP1C, never mind, let's do that first. So we got the SP1C here, in German the full name is Spähpanzer SP1C. I don't know why there's secondary SPs here, because basically Spähpanzer means SP, but whatever. To the RU, this one is the RU251, in German Spähpanzer Ru 251, so 251, but you say it in the number 215 in German. To tier 9 we got the Waffle, as is well known, which is the Waffenträger auf Panzer 4. Then going to the Jagdtiger, which I have featured in the last Sub-Sunday, depending on when this video is online. and in German just meaning Jagdtiger, so a mixture of a TD and a tiger, but not really, whatever. Then the next one, or the next VK actually, being the VK4502B, or the VK4502P Ausführung B, which is basically the predecessor, or the next one, the immediate next one of this one, because from A to B, obviously. Then we get to the Mauschen, as it's called in English, or Mäuschen, if you want to say it in German. The next heavy tank on this list being the E75, Germany it's just E75. To the mediums we got the E50 or E50, and to the second tier 9 medium the Leo PTA or the Leopard Prototyp A or Leopard PTA, however you want to call them. To the tier 10 and to the last tanks that we are going to discuss today, the Grill 15 or Grille 15. After that we got the second tier 10 TD being the Jägerü, full name here being the Jagdpanzer E100, so E100 chassis with a TD gun. Then we got the VK4201K or the VKK. In German it is VK7201K. Then to the Maus, in German Maus, pretty same. E100 in German is the E100. E50M is the E50 Ausführung M, but mostly called E50M. And then we got one of the tanks I'm going for next, the Leopard 1 or Leo or whatever. And in German it's called Leopard 1. So this was it for all the tanks on the tech tree. Obviously, this was not every German tank that we have in the game. So, if you want to see a second part of this, where I feature the tanks that were in the tech tree before in German, that got removed, and those that were collectible, and maybe the other premiums as well, please tell me in the comments down below, and I will sure to do a second part of this soon. Thanks to those who stick till the end without any gameplay and just really listening to me pronouncing something in German. I hope you still enjoyed it. I mean, some of you wished it, so this is not exactly what you wished for, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Yeah. Thanks for watching until the end, or as I would say in German, danke fürs Zuschauen bis zum Ende, and see you all in the next video. Goodbye.